Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Girls Gotta Talk podcast. This episode is so freaking exciting for the sole purpose of it is our 50th episode, like 50. We have hit 50 episodes in this podcast, which I think is amazing considering the fact that, give me a year ago, 2 years ago, I would have only dreamed of doing this, never mind actually starting one and being 50 episodes deep. That's crazy to think about. I'm so proud of this podcast. It's not even funny. But hello, it's also been a long time since I feel like I've recorded. It's been honestly 2 weeks. And honestly, the reason for a delay is the sole purpose of I recently moved, and within said move, I lost my laptop charger, and my laptop quite literally died. It's not even that I could have tried to use whatever battery percentage I had to get things done. It actually died, and I couldn't find my charger. So with that being said, there was literally nothing I could do except for try to find it when I started unpacking. So I finally got to unpacking and trying to set everything up for where I am now. And luckily I found my charger. So we're back in business. We're hopefully back to being able to record, edit, upload, all that fun stuff. But yes, hello, welcome. I know it's been a while. Bear with me in these next couple weeks while I still get everything situated, but I found my charger, and for now, we're back on schedule. I know these episodes are still late. I really wanted this episode up already, but here we are. Before we get into that, 1 second. Streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, anywhere you stream your podcast, or we are here on YouTube, Girls Gotta Talk podcast. Come subscribe, join the fam over there. Now, today's episode honestly gets me really excited because I feel like we're entering fall era where I live. If you don't know, I live in Connecticut, so we do experience all 4 seasons over here. Technically, if you want to Google it and Google first day of fall, I understand right now is not technically fall, but I feel like to me right now we're entering fall because the highs lately have been 73, 70. I honestly think today's a high of 75. So it's you step outside and it just feels beautiful outside. I love fall. Hands down, I would prefer fall over summertime. I know that's probably such a hot topic and a big debate topic, but I'd much rather do fall activities than I'd honestly say sitting at the beach. I don't know, you want to be tan, summer comes, you don't want to be Casper the Friendly Ghost, but I feel like I've just gotten so used to being Casper year round that I've just accepted it at this point, I guess you could say. And I don't know, I just live for fall. I'd rather do fall activities. I don't want to be sitting at the beach sweating. I'd rather be doing something super fun and cute and being a tad bit chilly, if you had to ask me. So today we're going through things I want to get done this fall, pretty much a fall bucket list. And I thought the first episode that's going to be uploaded in September, this is the first September episode, should be fall related. I think I did this episode last year, and honestly, the first 2 things I have on this list are probably things I said last year, but I still haven't done. Well, one I haven't done at all, and that's pumpkin picking. I've never gone pumpkin picking, and I do want to go just for, honestly, the sake of just going. But at the same time, apple picking, I feel is very underrated. It's really fun. It's really, I don't know, just a cute thing to do in the fall. I want to take my son apple picking. I feel now that he's of age where he could walk around and grab the apples by himself, I feel will make it even better, honestly. And the fact that he'll walk around probably pointing out that they are apples. Like, he knows what they are. I feel like makes it a little better. I feel like instead of having to, like, if I did this last year, I would have had to push around a stroller and all this stuff. And I feel like this year, not having to push around a stroller, like, he could actually walk by himself, makes it a little easier. I feel like it makes it 10 times better because I don't have to worry about the extra luggage, like, especially afterwards when we'll have like bags of apples or anything. I won't have to be trying to maneuver that with a stroller. Like, I can just hold his hand and we can walk around together type of situation. So I feel like that'll be really fun. I feel like at that point we'll both be experiencing pumpkin picking if we go for the first time, which will be really cool. But yeah, those I feel like are like every year things that I try to do and never end up doing them. So hopefully this year will change and we will get those things done. The next thing I'm super excited about. So, moving. I have moved, as I just said, but I moved back to my parents. And part of this next thing makes me really excited because I really want to have bonfires. I love bonfires. I haven't been to a bonfire in so long, low-key. And like living in an apartment, like complex, you can't really just go outside and be like, yeah, I'm gonna have a bonfire. Like, it's probably not really looked at as like something to do or something that should be done. And also the fact that my dad loves bonfires. So I feel like if I was just like, hey, let's have a bonfire, like, nobody's gonna be like, what the heck? Like, I don't want to set that up or I don't want to do that. My dad will sit outside at the bonfire and he's probably not gonna say no, which just turned into a huge perk. I don't know if I could sit outside as long as my dad probably could. My dad could sit there for like hours. I could sit there for a long time, but definitely not as long as he does. And I feel like the weather lately has been at that perfect moment where it's like the fire is like, it's warm, it's cozy, it's nice, but you don't necessarily need it per se. Like, you're not gonna walk away and be like freezing in the way from the bonfire to like the house or something. Go out in like a hoodie or maybe like a t-shirt and even just like a blanket and just be chilling by the fire. Like, it's that perfect weather type right now where like I think it's just bonfire season. So I'm so excited to have like their yard now that we can just go out, have a fire, maybe bring out some like snacks or I haven't made s'mores and I don't even know how long. I forgot they even were like a thing. I forgot they existed. Now I want to make s'mores, like, just because. I might have to pitch that idea to my family and be like, so this night we're gonna just make a bonfire, have some s'mores. I just think that sounds so fun. The next thing that I have on my list is going for a scenic drive. And in my mind, this is like leaves changing. You could just tell that fall is approaching. Like, the leaves have changed, but they haven't fully fallen off the trees yet. I don't think we're at that point. Our leaves haven't changed. They're all still green. There's no like orange or yellow or like anything really like, oh my God, I want to go for a drive and take a look. Like, we're not at that point yet. So that isn't right now. That's definitely coming soon. And I feel like I have to ask my brother about places to go for scenic routes. He was actually just talking to me the other day about some spot. I don't know if it necessarily has a name, in like one of the next towns over from us, about like how it's like a sunset spot. Like, it's one of the perfect spots to go and watch a sunset. And I was very intrigued. So I feel like if he knows a place like that, he probably knows about places to just kind of drive and are like open and nice and not necessarily like crowded. So I definitely have to ask him about if he knows anything like that. But I think that'll be super fun, super cute. I'm definitely down for like, I'm always down for like random drives anywhere. So I feel like one that just shows the whole fall foliage type of situation, I'm so down for. One of the next things I have on my list is a fall TBR. I've been seeing a lot of people making like fall TBR lists. I don't necessarily know what this entails. I feel like it's kind of obvious, but like, is it books where the books itself are like fall themed or happening in the fall, or is it just like because it's fall season, these are the books you want to read at the moment? I have to look into it. I have to do some research for myself, but for me, like, I'm not a type of person to like start a book and not finish it. I don't know, like, for some reason that just doesn't sit well with me. Like, even if I don't like it, like, I force myself to kind of get through it or wait for parts that kind of pick up, and then I'm like, okay, this book is actually kind of interesting. And I've done that with 2 books recently. I started reading Malibu Rising. I forget who it's by, but I heard the book is really good, and I feel like it's just kind of been a slow start for me, so I haven't gotten into it. And then I started reading another book. It was called Love, Rosie. I don't remember that author either. And like, both books honestly were kind of interesting, but not where I feel like I need to pick up and want to just be reading, like flying through the book. So I keep trying to distract myself and tell myself that I haven't started books lately because I really just haven't been into them yet. And I got a book at Target recently. So my birthday was last week, and Target gave like a 5% like discount for your purchase or something on the app. And I've been using the app a lot recently because I feel like it's made my shopping a lot easier, because instead of roaming the store for hours, I feel like I've just been ordering what I needed on the app and going to like drive up and they like bring it to my car, that type of situation, because I feel like I'm not going to go through the app for hours on end. I would just like go type in what I want and like that's the purchase. So I feel like it's probably saved me decent money if I'm being honest, but I was on there the other day buying some stuff, and I was like, you know what, like if it's gonna give me like a 5% discount for like my birthday, we're gonna get something that I want. So I got myself a book. It's called Better Than the Movies. I'm really bad with authors, so I don't know who it's by per se, but I've been obsessed. It's been so good. I know when I'm into books and when I'm not, because like this one I haven't been wanting to put down, where the other ones have actually been quite the opposite, and I'm like, I don't really want to pick them up, if that makes sense. So I know I'm really into this one, and that's where I'm like, like this book isn't necessarily like fall themed, like it's not happening in the fall time, but it's just a book I'm reading right now, like as we're entering a fall season. So does that count as a fall TBR? Because I feel like to me it does, but I guess I have to do some research. We'll look into it. We'll see what it actually consists of. But the next thing that I have, I'm so excited for. Apple cider is probably hands down one of my favorite things in the world. Dunkin' actually used to have the best apple cider I think I've ever had before, and they discontinued it. So that's really upsetting. I feel like it's been a couple years and they haven't brought it back. I haven't seen it on a menu or like new incoming. Like, you know, when people hype up like pumpkin right now, I feel like they used to hype up apple cider and I was so excited, and now they haven't had it in a few years. So Dunkin', I feel like you should bring it back, but you know, that just might be my personal opinion. Apple cider is kind of like a hit or miss thing. I feel like sometimes you get it and it's actually not the greatest. Like it's kind of bad, but there's other apple ciders that are really good. You kind of just have to remember like where you shop, I guess, and brands. I know I've definitely had apple cider where I'm like, how is this bad? But like I said, apple cider that I'm also like, oh my God, it's the best thing ever. And I know some stores, like I've seen it around Target and everything, that they're already selling it. So that's super exciting. That's when you know you're getting into a fall era over here. The next thing, like I just said, everyone hypes up pumpkin. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably another most controversial debate topic. I'm low-key on the side of, I'm trying to figure out the hype with pumpkin. I know a lot of people are gonna like roast me. I don't know, I just haven't been a big pumpkin girl. Like, I don't know. I haven't been like, oh my God, yeah, I want pumpkin bread or anything like that. Like, I don't know. I did try the almond spiced iced coffee at Dunkin', And if you haven't looked at their fall menu or don't know what that is, it's an iced coffee, which I actually tried it by accident the other day. My coworker got it and was like, oh, I don't really like it, but it comes automatically with almond milk. And she didn't she doesn't typically like almond milk, but she knew that I did. I typically get my iced coffees or any coffees with almond milk, so that wouldn't have thrown me off. I probably would have got it like that anyways if I had made it myself. So she was like, try it. But she got a hot coffee. I am typically a type of person where if I'm drinking coffee, I'd prefer it to be iced over hot. But she got it hot and I tried it anyways. It's toasted almond, which is an unsweetened flavor, mixed with pumpkin, which is like a sweetened flavor. So the toasted almond kind of, I don't want to say takes away from the pumpkin, but it doesn't make it like a super sweet coffee. So it's toasted almond, pumpkin, and almond milk. When I tell you, that's probably one of the only things pumpkin I've tried that I've actually liked. And it's funny because, like I just said, I'd prefer iced coffee over hot coffee. But after I tried hers hot and realized that I kind of like it, the next day I got an iced coffee, like that kind. And I honestly didn't even finish it. I preferred it hot, which surprised me, but I don't think I would like order it hot maybe and then add my own ice. I don't know, does that even make sense? At that point I would just order an iced coffee, but I did prefer it hot. I got it iced and it took me forever to even drink what I did drink, and I didn't even finish it. Like 6 hours later I still had my iced coffee, and for me, if it's not done in like max of maybe a half hour, like I don't know, I must have been busy or something, but this one I just couldn't drink. I don't know, it just wasn't the greatest. I also partially think it's because I am not a big pumpkin person, but I'm trying to be. I'm really actually trying to be. Like, I'm trying to be on that basic wavelength of waiting every year for pumpkin to come out. I do really want to try. I feel like everyone waits for the pumpkin cream cold brew or whatever it's called at Starbucks. Honestly, I don't even know how to order it. Like, do you add milk or do you just have the cold foam, like, sweeten it itself? If that makes sense. I never knew how to order it, so I've been scared to try it. But everyone always, like, hypes it up, and I kind of really want to try it. And I've also really been looking at the iced chai or pumpkin chai, or I don't know what they call it, at Starbucks. I usually get chai from Dunkin', which people have said that if they tried both, they like Starbucks better, which makes me really intrigued, so I really want to try it, but I'm scared. Like, low-key for me, Starbucks is too expensive for me to try and not like, and typically when I get this chai from Dunkin', I add caramel in it, so it makes it a little sweeter, but everyone keeps saying that Starbucks is better, and I really want to try it, but I'm so nervous. Like, I'm so nervous to try new drinks because I will get disappointed, low-key, like, in myself if I don't like it. Like, if I get it and I'm not a fan, I will get really upset. So I'm kind of hesitant on getting it. But one of these days, I might just suck it up and be like, you know what? Even if we just get a small one, we're just going to try it. It is what it is. If I don't like it, meh. But, like, if I like it, I don't know. I also don't want to like it for them to, like, take it away from me. I'm one of those people. Like, I know it's going to go away. And if I like it, I'm going to be so sad. But I don't know, maybe before the season ends, we'll actually try it out. I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you updated in case y'all are interested. But yeah, I'm trying to get on the pumpkin wavelength, but it just hasn't happened yet. I'm so sorry to admit that to you. But anyways, the next thing I have is, oh my God, I'm so excited. Fall shows. I have to do some research to see what is actually like a really good fall show or like a show to get into right now. Honestly, fall related or fall, I don't know, one that comes out in the fall. I don't know if that's a thing. But the one show that comes to mind that I know I've started, but I haven't finished, I don't even know how far I am into it. I just know I'm not even close to finishing it yet, is Gilmore Girls. I feel like every time fall comes around, everyone's waiting for Gilmore Girls. And I was so excited when I actually started it because I was like, oh my God, I see what the hype is about. I love this show so much. But then I stopped watching it. I haven't watched it in a while, and I don't even know how far I am in the show, but I just know I have to get back into watching it, so that's definitely going to be happening soon. And with that being said, these next two things I have, I feel like can intertwine with watching fall shows. The first one is fall candles. With the move I just was talking about, I know I have a big bucket of candles that I moved. I was low-key so scared because I didn't want to break any of them, but I know I have a bunch of candles. I know I have a lot of like Christmas candles. I definitely have a lot that I can light around like Christmas time, like November, December type situation. But for right now, I think I need to buy more fall candles. I've honestly been kind of thinking about having like a fall day, like either going to get like a bunch of fall items like apple cider, or like apple cider donuts are low-key so good. And I don't know, just having like a fall moment and like trying maybe even some pumpkin stuff. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll try some fall drinks that day. Maybe that is what will get me like into actually trying it, is like forcing myself to have a fall day. And of course that's gonna entail fall drinks. And maybe we'll just suck it up and like buy it and just hope that it's the greatest thing on the face of the earth. But I do need to get fall candles. I want to start lighting candles. Maybe I'll just like put one on like the kitchen table and be like, sorry guys, you're gonna smell this candle all day. Like fall just needs to, I feel like, approach fast at this point, because like I'm just so ready for it. We went through this huge heat wave in the summertime that like now I'm just like, I don't even want heat anymore. I want fall. I want coldish, like not cold, but like colder than what it is right now, if that makes sense. So yeah, basically moral of that whole thing was I need to buy more fall candles. And I also want to buy more sweatshirts. I don't know if that really has anything to do with fall or just in general, but I feel like we were just talking about bonfires, cozying up at a bonfire. Obviously, you could do that really well in a sweatshirt. I did buy myself like this matching set for my birthday as well. So I'm waiting for that to come in. I'm low-key so excited for it. I'm hoping, I feel like it should be here soon. I should probably look into that, but I'm low-key excited for that to arrive. Hopefully that's coming really, really, really soon. But I feel like just new sweatshirts, new crew necks. I always buy my sweatshirts like oversized a little bit because I do like to be super comfy, and I don't like them fitted per se. Like I do like them a little bigger. And I did buy the matching set that I got a little bigger. I'm hoping the pants aren't too big because I did buy those. I did size up for some reason. I don't know why, but I was hoping for just like a baggier, comfier fit. I'm hoping they're just not too big that like I literally can't wear them. But I did buy the hoodie like in a huge size because I was aiming for huge, oversized, comfy fit. So I'm really excited for that to come in. But yeah, I feel like not I would relate it to fall, but I always just say that it's like you can never have too many sweatshirts. Just like you can never have too many blankets. I don't think I'm going to buy blankets this year because as I was packing, I do realize that I have a lot. But I don't think I want to buy any more fall blankets right now. I'd actually prefer that at like Christmas time, but I feel like you can never go wrong with hoodies and you can never go wrong with blankets. But the last thing that I have that I do want to try to make happen this year, because I feel like I haven't been to one in so long, is a fair. I know fairs are going around right now. Fairs have started since like late August. Honestly, I'm not really a ride person, so I don't pay attention to like the rides or anything they have like that at fairs, but I do love walking around looking at like little merch. I know about sweatshirts at sweatshirts at fairs. And I know they usually have like different and like really good food, really good drinks. I feel like honestly, like non-alcoholic wise, lemonades at fairs for some reason are always so good. I know it's like fresh squeezed, all that fun stuff, but every time I go to a fair and get like a lemonade, it's always so good. I love it so much. And I know a lot of fairs, obviously this time of year, have really good apple cider, so that's another thing I'm looking forward to. They also, if you're not from unless you've heard of it like online, but if you're not from around over here, like East Coast, they do have something called the Big E that's usually hosted in Massachusetts. It's like this really big convention almost. It goes on for like 2 weeks in September. It's like, it starts this Friday, so September 13th or 14th or something like that, I think it starts, and goes till like the end of the month, like the 29th or like the 30th, like literally the end of the month. It lasts every day for 2 weeks, and I know they just have like rides, they have different buildings you can go into, they have a lot of food, crazy drinks, stuff like that, and I haven't been to that and I don't even know how long, so I do want to try to make it up there actually this year as just like something to do, something fun to do. I feel like I got a new job, so I've been in this job for around a year. Around this time last year, I had quit where I was at and started a new job, and I feel like with the hours I work at this new job, I do have a little bit more kind of free time, especially on the weekends. Like, I used to work every weekend at my old job, and with this one, it's closed on Sundays. So that automatically just gives me a day on the weekend where I'm actually free and don't have to work and can make plans and schedule some stuff. But maybe we'll go up on like a Sunday because like I know I don't have to work. I know I don't have to go through taking the time off and stuff like that. But hopefully we can make that happen this year. Honestly, hopefully we can make a lot of things happen this year on this list. Like I said, I feel like I made this episode last year. And I honestly, honestly, I would say, like, I don't even think I accomplished really anything. I'm hoping to accomplish at least, like, I would say even 3 things off this list. Like, getting apple cider is so simple. That should definitely happen this year. Bonfire can be so simple. I'm hoping to accomplish that this year. Other things, like, I get if they don't happen, like, watch a fall show. That should definitely happen this year. Like, things so simple. So I'm going to say at least those 3 things I definitely should be able to accomplish this year. But honestly, I guess like every year, we'll just have to see how it goes. But with that being said, that is all I have for you guys for this episode. Hopefully you guys make your own fall bucket list and accomplish more than I probably will off of mine. Maybe even add some more. That's really all I could think of for like fall things, but obviously there's more out there that you can do, and depending on where you live, there's just different things happening. So hopefully you guys find some fun, amazing things to do this fall. I hope you enjoy your fall season as much as I know I will. But I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll see you next week back with a brand new episode. Bye.